We are going to see so many huge, monumental things happen this year because this is the time for it to happen. We need to rise up from all the things that have happened in 2020, and we are going to watch it unfold. This is the year of the underdog. This is the Savage Hour podcast. We take you inside the mind of fighters, athletes, and entrepreneurs. Don't miss an episode. Follow and subscribe. What's up, guys? I am excited, not just because it's a new year, but there's so much to look forward to with what's going on in today's time. I mean, this truly is the year of the underdog. Look what's going on with just in combat sports. You know, we've got McGregor that just fought Poirier, we've got Chandler and Hooker, and if that is any indication of what this year is going to be, I mean, I'm somebody that's been an underdog my entire life. I just got done with running a practice, and my team is the same way. Like, most of us got into martial arts because that we were missing something in our life, whether like myself, I was bullied, or I was looking for confidence and I needed to figure out who I was, and finding those details about my life, finding that information for myself allowed me to become what the definition of the underdog. I mean, I've never been the person that the media has been on the side of. I've never been the person that people have said, that guy's gonna be a world champion. I've never been the guy that people are like, he's gonna be something special. That's never been me. In fact, it's always been the opposite. And that's the way it's always played out in my head. I've always been the underdog, not just to other people, but to myself. And when you watch people like Dustin Poirier, who's been in the game as long as I have, you know, he's a guy that we came from the blue gloves, the WEC, you know, we're from the older school generation for the lighter weights, and to watch him stay diligent and stay consistent for so many years, from getting knocked out by Conor McGregor with one shot to winning the interim title, losing it, and then coming back and then having all eyes on Conor and just putting him away. That was incredible. He was getting hit with big shots, and he just stayed course. He had a perfect game plan, and he just proved that the person in front of you is nothing more than just a person in front of you. This is truly what we need to realize that we have the potential for. We can do anything and everything. If it's a fight, you can beat anybody in the world, as long as you believe that you can beat that person. The problem, what happens is that a lot of us, whether it's a goal that's in front of us or something that we want to achieve, or it's a fighter that's actually standing across the way, we make it bigger than what they are. We say, okay, I'm gonna fight this person, but I'm also gonna fight the connotation that's attached to them. Like when I see a goal that people want, you know, there's a goal that I want, but I have no idea how to achieve it because all these other people have failed at it. It doesn't matter. If you're gonna do it, go do it. What Dustin Poirier did this weekend was absolutely amazing. He didn't care about the man that is the mystic Mac, the person that was so dangerous that nobody wanted to fight. He went out there and realized that I'm gonna fight this man. I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and I don't care what happens when I get hit. I'm gonna keep pushing forward, and that's exactly what he did. Every single time Conor hit him, it looked like it hurt him. And it did. Every shot hurt him. But when he checked back in the moment, he checked himself. And he said, okay, I hurt. I need to adjust, keep moving forward. I need to make sure that I make the proper corrections so it doesn't get hit again. And there I go. He kept kicking Conor's calf, and it was just amazing to watch that game plan play out, even after he lost the first round. And then he ended up knocking out Conor McGregor. The fight before that, we had Chandler and Hooker. A lot of pressure on Michael Chandler going to that fight. UFC debut, but for people that have been engaged in the sport for so long, I've always been a big fan of Chandler. People were saying that, you know, this fight with him and Dan Hooker was a bad first fight, and I was like, I disagree. I think this is a great way for him to get on this stage and prove that he's one of the best lightweights in the world. And when he went out there, he did just that. He went out and owned the cage and put so much pressure on Hooker that it was a one-sided fight. He basically bullied him from the first bell to the moment the fight was over. There was no opportunities for Hooker at all. And then he did exactly what he said he was going to do, establish himself as one of the best lightweights in the world. And I'm really excited to see what the division's going to turn out to now. You know, we've got Oliveira, Poirier, you still have Ferguson in the mix, you've got Chandler now. I mean, there's so many fights that could happen potentially for the the lightweight world title. I think it's amazing, and all the guys that are the ones that are coming up are the ones that were supposed to be the underdogs. I mean, I'm rooting for Poirier because he is the definition of, in my mind, what a fighter is. Somebody that has pushed and persevered and lost and needed to pick himself up and reinvent himself every single time something has happened. People have countered him out and said, oh, he's just not this guy, he's just not that guy. But he's the guy that kept pushing forward because he believes he can be that guy. He believes he is that guy, and that's what a champion spirit is. A champion isn't about, oh, I've never suffered defeat. A champion is never about, oh, I've never lost. It's not about that. What develops the true traits of a real champion is a person that's been through it. They just refuse to lay down. They refuse to accept the fact that this is the end. They refuse to listen to those critics that always said, you are gonna lose. This is not your chance to win. And this year, I truly believe it. After what we've gone through in 2020, the way the businesses have been shut down, lives have been ruined, and starting it off with these two athletes doing what they've done, I truly believe that this is the year of the underdog. You're gonna start seeing so many people build from areas in different sports that they were not supposed to be where they are in that game. They're gonna build because this is the year that you can do the things that they said you can't do. And I promise you this, watch this and mark my word, we are gonna see so many huge, monumental things happen this year because this is the time for it to happen. We need to rise up from all the things that have happened in 2020, and we are gonna watch it unfold. This is the year of the underdog, I promise you. And I'm coming forward, and my team is coming forward, and we are gonna do incredible things. Not just because I'm wishful thinking. It's because I want to truly believe it, and I'm gonna put it into action. I put it into motion, and I've done it my entire career. This is the year. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this episode, do us a favor, hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, and follow us across the social media platforms. Remember, live life as a champion.